my god, BTS is everywhere. And unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you must have heard of them. BTS is a group of 7 adorable boys who are from South Korea and make K-pop music. It goes without saying that they're ultra successful and rich, but do you know the label that actually manages BTS? The man behind that label is 160 times more richer than each BTS member. All thanks to BTS and the man behind that label, the label successfully listed on the South Korean stock exchange and is worth $9 billion. And has acquired companies that manages Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande. Sounds so fascinating, right? Well, in this video, we'll talk about the story and the business behind BTS. We'll cover the K-pop industry standard and practices, the reason why BTS is so successful, the organization behind BTS, and the BTS group's contribution to the South Korean economy. So let's start. The K-pop industry has a very unique way of functioning. At a very young age, they will take young talented artists under their guidance. They make the artist sign a contract with them, and in exchange they train them in professional dancing, singing and appearance. After these artists finish their training, they are launched by the same music label itself and are then called as idols. Now it sounds like a wonderful opportunity for artists, right? But however, the conditions during training are very harsh. The music label agency will control all the aspects of the trainees' life, right from their diet, their love life to their behavior, and this even extends to the time when they become idols. Also, all the expenses incurred by the label on the artist training is accumulated as trainee debt, which the artist has to repay back after they are launched. Now, not all artists see success right after they are launched, so it takes years to pay off that trainee debt. The harshness of the conditions during training and after they are launched depends from label to label, but it is so severe sometimes that people actually label the contracts as slave contracts. BTS, however, here got really lucky because they were signed by Big Hit Entertainment. Big Hit Entertainment has a very different way of functioning than the traditional South Korean music labels. The traditional South Korean music labels, as already discussed, pressurize the artist a lot and they groom them in a very standardized way so that the output is very industry-like, monotonous creators or artists. But Big Hit Entertainment gives complete freedom to the artist. Bang Si-hyuk, who is the CEO of Big Hit, said that Big Hit strives to strike an ideal balance between the efficiency of the system and respect for each artist's individuality. And because of this artistic freedom, BTS decided to follow the theme of youth. They made songs on various aspects of young age like mental struggle, anxiety, love life, and upbeat nature of life. Mr. Bang encouraged BTS to tell their life stories through their songs, and that clicked really well with their audience. Along with that, they had extremely catchy tunes, amazing music videos, and very catchy appearances. All combined together, BTS became a big hit. Their songs Dynamite and Butter both crossed 100 million views on YouTube just within 24 hours of premiering. The influence of South Korean culture in their music and lifestyle was a breath of fresh air to the Western world, and that created an incredibly huge and loyal fan base. BTS's fans are called as ARMY, and boy, they are loyal soldiers. They proved their power when BTS won the top social artist with more than 300 million votes at 2017 Billboard Music Awards. And this ended a 6-year winning streak of Justin Bieber, and till 2020, BTS has won this award every year. Now, all this success obviously means that BTS members must be very rich, right? Well, each BTS member is worth $20 million, but the CEO of Big Hit is worth $3.3 billion. And majority of this wealth is because of BTS. Now, it is not that the CEO got lucky here. He was actually an incredibly smart businessman, and he was able to fight big music labels and create BTS and the biggest band today in the world. Now, Big Hit's strategy mainly comprises of two components. First, creating an intellectual property focused business instead of an artist focused business, and second, creating a tech ecosystem. Let's discuss both of them in detail. The music industry has always been a cutthroat business, with artists doing most of the work while publishers and label companies getting the lion's share of revenue. Artists have historically been treated badly and pushed to do all kinds of promotions, interviews, advertisements, from which labels then took their cut as a commission. Now, this was also the case back in 2013 in South Korea when BTS was launched. Now, the South Korean music industry was mainly dominated by three big music labels. Big Hit Entertainment, when it started, almost went bankrupt because it was impossible to compete against these big labels. They knew that they had to do something different, and this need to innovate and differentiate is what worked for BTS and Big Hit Entertainment both. So now all the major music labels and the bigger bands at that point used TV as a medium to get their music across to fans and to create a loyal fan base. Now TV was very expensive and Big Hit Entertainment realized that they can't compete there, and that is why they went digital. They focused a lot on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, and they created a lot of their music videos as well as behind the scene videos which were regularly uploaded. Now a TV gives you a very local presence, and also all the content and the videos that you see on TV is highly curated. Whereas because BTS went digital, they had the option at a very low cost to reach a global audience, and they took advantage of this. Seeing the success of BTS's social media handles and the connect that they were able to build with their audience, Big Hit Entertainment then decided to create an ecosystem of its own. They created a tech-based platform called as Weverse. So if a fan wanted to communicate directly to them or get exclusive behind-the-scene content on their lives, then Weverse is the app they went to. But Weverse is not something which is only limited to chatting with audiences or posting photos and videos. The app is so powerful that entire live streaming of concerts can take place right from the app. The app also sells exclusive BTS merchandise, concert tickets and more. This might seem very generic, but in a lockdown hit 2020, the app made $188 million with an operating profit margin of 7.1%. And the scale of the live concert that happened from the app itself can be seen from the June 2021 pay-per-view BTS concert Bang Bang Con The Live. The virtual BTS concert ended up attracting 7,56,600 viewers from 107 regions and broke the record for the largest ever virtual concert audience. It bagged a total of $20 million in ticket sales. Everything right from buying the ticket, watching the live to buying merchandise happened exclusively on Big Hit's Weverse app itself. There's no shortage of innovation at Big Hit Entertainment. They saw that people were really getting curious about the South Korean language and wanted to understand how the BTS communicated amongst themselves. And hence they launched an educational series on how to learn Korean with BTS. It has a total of 23 episodes and people from over 200 countries watched that series on Weverse for a total of 4.3 million times. And the best thing about this app is that people do come to Weverse because of BTS, but BTS has other artists as well. So if any Big Hit Entertainment's artists are there on the platform, Big Hit can actually cross-sell their IPs and make money from there as well. So because of this, Big Hit Entertainment is able to own and control the entire ecosystem and not be dependent on anyone. This way they don't even have to share profit margins with third party. All this while having unlimited upside to scale the app and get business from numerous artists. So apart from the app Weverse, the other smart thing that Big Hit Entertainment did was focus on the brand name BTS instead of solely relying on individual members to generate revenue. So Big Hit Entertainment actually owns the IP of the brand name BTS, and it has used this to create a lot of revenue streams which does not involve direct artist involvement. Not only this, Big Hit Entertainment also created more IPs based on the BTS brand, and in 2020, 458 different official Big Hit IP products were sold in the market. An example of one of the IPs created by Big Hit is Tiny Tans. Tiny Tans are animated cartoon characters of each individual BTS member. Now these characters are very popular amongst themselves, but they're also used to sponsor various products. In 2019, the CEO of Funko, which makes limited edition pop culture collectibles, said that any property they have created with BTS has outperformed everything else, which includes Game of Thrones and Avengers Endgame. Their products were top selling from offline stores to Amazon and got the highest engagement on Instagram and Facebook. Apart from these animated cartoons, Big Hit Entertainment has also doubled down on video games. Two video games which are currently live, BTS World, which has over 10 million downloads, allows you to become BTS's manager, and BTS Universe, which has over 1 million downloads, allows you to control the group and make a story based on different scenarios and conditions in the group. They have also acquired a company which is making rhythm-based video games, and in collaboration with another company are making multiplayer video game based on BTS. In March 2021, Big Hit Entertainment rebranded itself as Hype Corporation. This is because the company started as a label agency, but over the years diversified its business and has become a content-driven business. So Hype Corporation became the parent company with 3 business segments. One is label, under which comes Big Hit, and the 2 other segments are solution and tech platform. Just last year in October, the company got listed on the stock market, and on the day of listing, the company's valuation almost doubled. Today, Hype Corporation is worth $9.6 billion, and in Q1 FY21, that is in just 3 months, the company did a revenue of $153 million. Because of the company's efforts and focus, we can see in the revenue breakdown that 62% of the total revenue came from indirect artist involvement, while the remaining came from direct involvement activities like album sales and ad appearances. Notably, BT has done collaborations with Coca-Cola, Hyundai, McDonald's and Converse. And now this once very small company from South Korea, managing a very niche music segment of K-pop, is on the path to become a global player. This came into picture when they acquired Ithaca Holding in this year, April, for a total of $1.1 billion. Ithaca Holding is no small company. It is a label that manages Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande and many other big artists. And because of this acquisition, Big Hit Entertainment or Hype Corporation is all set to replicate its success with BTS with other brands on a global level. As a brand, BTS is immensely valuable for the South Korean economy. Reportedly, it is estimated that they brought about $3.6 billion worth GDP to the South Korean economy. The country almost had $1 billion worth of exports because of BTS. An estimated 800,000 tourists chose South Korea to visit due to BTS. And it is not exaggeration to say that BTS has made South Korea famous, and along with that their culture and products as well. Big Hit Entertainment actually gives us a very important business lesson. By innovating a lot, creating different IPs and diversifying the source of revenues, it actually shows that as a creator or an artist, if you want to succeed, you just can't create, but you have to build a business out of it. According to Hype Group CEO, the business that they've built is so strong that the company can sustain even if the group were to take an 18-month sabbatical for the mandatory South Korean military service. And that, my friends, is how you do business. Even in such a cutthroat music industry, Big Hit Entertainment has found a way not just to survive but to thrive. And with this, I end today's video. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and also subscribe to my channel for more such videos.